I've always alluded to my electronic music as being kind of post-Kraftwerk, inspired by Kraftwerk as opposed to emulation. When I was a student in Los Angeles, in the Musicians Institute, I studied Kraftwerk. I studied their harmonies, their melodies, their rhythm patterns, their orchestrations, and their instrumentation. And the synthesizer school was still in its infancy, but there were prodigious players there, and you could approach them, and they would they would open up and explain and kind of discuss the intricacies of some of the things of Kraftwerk that you mightn't have gotten. And because I had studied, or was studying harmony and theory, I could understand it. And again, with Kraftwerk, it's coming from say Trans Europe Express right up to the epiphany of seeing Das Model on Top of the Pops, which again was a seminal moment for me. It was just incredible, from the Man Machine album. And the Man Machine album is so influential, and very, very influential for me. And right up to the Haim concerts in 1981, which were absolutely nonpareil, par excellence. Some of the best concerts I've ever seen. The seminal lineup of Florian Schneider, Ralf Hutter, Wolfgang Flür, and Karl Bartos. One of the best bands in history, And the thing is, that lineup and those aforementioned albums, again, had a profound influence on what I do, and on pretty much all of my electronic music albums. There's not a song, there's one song on each album, or aesthetic, at least. On some there's more that have been influenced directly by Kraftwerk, and their kind of oeuvre has kind of metastasized into what I have done. And again, many, many, many people from different genres, different musics and stuff like that have been influenced by them. Even down to apparel, some people wearing similar clothes, like the red shirts and all that kind of stuff. It's highly, highly influential. And again, rather than it being kind of a direct kind of lineage kind of thing, you study these things. There's the kind of input of the study, and kind of literally formative study of their concept and their compositional techniques and stuff like that, and then processing, and then finding your own way, charting your own path, cultivating your own kind of cartography along the way. That's basically what I've done from them. But from all the bands that have influenced me, and all the phases that I've had, because I'm a great man for phases. I have a phase, and then I move on to the next phase, and Kraftwerk have always been perennial. They've always stayed with me, and they've always been one of my biggest influences and one of my biggest inspirations right up till now. And that's kind of worked its way on to many, many albums of mine. And also their kind of 1981, with that lineup, and the performance in 1981 was definitely, subjectively for me, the apotheosis, the apogee of their success and their kind of artistic prowess, shall we say. That was definitely the pinnacle for me. But again, others will say it was earlier, or they'll say it was later. But that's it for me. But even after, the kind of 12-inch Tour de France and some other ones, but mainly Tour de France, that influenced me as well. So, of all the bands, Kraftwerk have had probably one of the biggest influences upon me. And and again, alluding to my music, my electronic music has been post Kraftwerk. Sure, there's other influences. Absolutely, I concur with that. But the ones, Kraftwerk have had the most profound one upon me in terms of my writing, my performance, and stuff like that. They're the main ones. Thank you very much for listening.